Hey folks, in this video I'm going to show you the basic structure of Moodle for the liberal arts chemistry course. So you'll learn how to navigate it, how you can get information from it about readings and assignments for this course, and also various resources for this course. So when you open up the Moodle page for this course, this is what you should see on your screen. I'm currently running this on Firefox, but it shouldn't really matter which browser you're using to view the Moodle page. On the left side, you will see this basically a table of contents which lists all of the modules associated with this course. If you don't see that, what you'll note is at the top there's a little hamburger menu here on the left-hand side. If you click on that, it will make it go away, particularly if you need a little bit more screen display space. You can make it go away or you can bring it back. This is a good way to navigate through the various modules for the course, and I'll explain in a few minutes what each of these mean. On the right side, you'll see your typical list here of resources, activities. I put at the top because this is a good way on the right side to click on assignments, and you can see what various assignments are due and when they're due for these courses for the course. And going back here, you also get discussion forums that you'll have pretty much in every module. You'll have a discussion forum that you need to respond to, and also quizzes, which are in every module. If you've already viewed the video on the syllabus, you'll know what the various assignments are, so I won't be going through that here. All right, so let's just go through the various modules really quick. If you're watching this video, then you have already gotten to the welcome module, which again, there's a video there which talks about the course and the structure of the course, as well as giving you some background information about me. You'll find the course syllabus here, which hopefully, again, you've already looked at with all that information. You will find a link to the Teams page for the course. And we're not going to use Microsoft Teams very often, but we will use that for example, virtual chats and things of that nature, office hours. And I'll be talking more about that and sending out more information about that during the first week of class after I've had a chance to meet with each of you. And clearly this is the link for this the Moodle page for the video that you're looking at right now. Also then in terms of navigating, if I want to go to the next module, clearly I could click over here on the left in the menu, or I can just click here on resources, and that will go to the next menu. And this is just a variety of websites that you may find useful. I will more than likely be adding to this list as the session progresses, as it looks like, for example, you're interested in investigating certain types of phenomena, then will provide some websites that may help you do some research on various things. There's this physics girl, I'll point this out, physics girl, Diana Cowern, who is an MIT grad, who's created a lot of very wonderful videos of demonstrations of different type of phenomena. She's actually an excellent resource for a variety of things and really interesting things. Unfortunately, she is currently suffering from a severe case of long COVID, where she's pretty much bedridden. And this is someone who is very healthy, 30-year-old, who had COVID last summer, and it just knocked her out. So she is in pretty serious condition right now. We get updates every now and then on her YouTube page, but she's suffering quite a bit. You can find out more by checking into that if you're interested. Wolfram Alpha, if you're not familiar with this, is a wonderful resource for doing calculations, for actually asking questions about different kinds of data. Let me just go to that page so I can demonstrate that, what it's about. So here's the Wolfram Alpha page. If you're not familiar with it, you can just use English language to enter calculations of any sort. I would encourage you to explore all of these different examples here so you can find out a lot about Wolfram Alpha. I will be using Wolfram Alpha in some of my calculations and the demonstrations that I'm going to be doing in the videos So you'll see how I use it. There's also here, of course, a video which goes through some basic things that you can do with Wolfram Alpha. It's a wonderful resource. I encourage you to explore it. Moving on to the next module is Labster. Labster is the simulation software we're going to be using for the laboratory portion of the course. At the time of this recording, we're still in the process of setting it up, but it should be in place the first week. The first set of lab simulations won't be due until the second week, so you'll have time to adjust to that and learn how to use it. As always, I will encourage you to ask questions if you run into any difficulty, and I am available to meet throughout the week virtually to talk about or answer any questions that you have. Of course, you can always email me as well as you go through this. And I will just add to the email thing the announcements, as you are no doubt aware from Moodle, from courses in the past that have used Moodle. When I have a particular announcement about a change or a clarification or something of that sort, that will go into that particular site, and it will send out an email to you. Again, just a reminder, you should be checking your email on a frequent basis, certainly daily, even several times a day, so that you can capture any kind of information that's coming to you and can act on it quickly. This is a 5-week course, and that means it's pretty intense. Things are going to come at you pretty fast in this course, so you need to be ready to respond to things pretty quickly. So the Labster right now, there's not much here. There is a video which shows the basics of Labster and how it works, as well as some additional information that will be accessible to you. Again, there'll be more information coming during the first and second weeks of the course, and so I won't dwell on that right now. All right, so moving on past Labster, we're into the week modules, and this is where you're going to find the objectives for the module. So week 1.1 introduction, you'll find the way it's numbered for a given week. So these are week 1, you'll see 1.1 through 1.4. These are all modules that you should be completing or working on during the first week of the class. While this is an asynchronous class, this will help you keep on track to move forward through the session. So let me just click on the first one here. What I do in these modules is, first of all, you will find typically a video introduction of some sort that explains the module and what you're going to be doing in the module. And then I try to estimate the time it will take you to complete the module. In some cases, you might find less time, in some cases more time. I'll certainly be soliciting feedback from you on that, particularly if you find that I've underestimated the time by quite a bit. So in any event, what we're doing in this first module is just introduction to the course. As you know, I've asked, and either you're watching this after I have had a discussion with you, or perhaps you've scheduled a discussion with me, but part of it is me personally meeting with you so I can learn a little bit about you. There's also an introductory survey that basically, if you click on this, it's going to ask you to answer questions about yourself, so I can learn a little bit about you through that. Also, there is a Who Are You forum. You will find that the way these modules are set up, typically it's going to start with a video description, then you're going to have objectives, you're going to have a list of assignments associated with those objectives, and typically a discussion forum. There usually will be some questions posted in the forum that you need to respond to, or perhaps respond to some of your classmates' posts. More on that within the individual modules that I'll talk about with my module description. So the Who Are You forum is one where you're just creating a short video about yourself and posting that for your classmates to learn about. And again, you'll get more information on this through the video description. The next one is what is science, and I'll just go into this because this has a little bit different, some additional information here. One of the things is that um, all the other modules will have a Moodle booklet in them. If you're not familiar with Moodle booklets, these are booklets that contain chapters that have various videos and information that are associated with what you should be working on that module. So this first booklet has 2 chapters. You'll actually see on the right-hand side of the screen will be a table of contents, and I'll show you another booklet as we go to another module that's a little bit longer so you have a better idea about that. So typically these booklet chapters will have a video. Some of the videos are done by me, like this first one here is one that's done by me. If it's done by me, there also may be a PowerPoint outline associated with it. If I'm doing like a PowerPoint discussion, you can download that PowerPoint and use it as a guide for the video, as well as helping you to take notes for the video. So you'll find that in these Moodle booklets. You can go to the next chapter by either clicking in the table of contents or clicking on this arrow here. The next chapter is actually a video that is done by Adam Savage. It's not done by me. It's a TED Talk where he's talking about scientific discovery, which I find to be fascinating. I hope you do as well. So those are Moodle booklets. So you're going to see that objectives, Moodle booklets, again, assignments, all right, including quizzes, and a discussion forum. Again, that's going to be typically the structure of every module moving forward. The third module, and let me just bring that up, same thing, a video description of the module. You'll see objectives, a booklet, which has several chapters. In this case, you'll see it has 4 chapters, and it has sub-chapters here associated with it. There's also, I try to estimate the length of the videos by going through it to give you the total length of all the videos here. Now, of course, how much of those videos you watch is, you're an adult. You can choose to watch the entire video. Most of these videos are on YouTube, so you can also accelerate the pace of the video if you want to have it go a little bit faster. You can change the speed of the video. But this will be running, all the videos running at normal speed. So in this one, I've got, if you again looking through this, you've got a YouTube video on the metric system, and then there is a discussion that I am doing with the PowerPoint outline as before, and then a description of Wolfram Alpha and how we can use Wolfram Alpha for various things. And then example problems. So when we get into these chapters where you're having to do calculations, I will run through in these videos some examples of the kinds of calculations we're doing. And I know you're going, calculations, oh my God. But these calculations, I hope that I provide you enough information here to do. We're not doing a lot of calculations in the class, but there will be some. And so you'll see when you click on these, I'm actually taking a problem from the textbook. In this case, this is chapter 1, parallel problem A3 in your textbook, and I'm running through, here's the calculation, here's step by step how we go through the calculation. So I try to do enough examples that will help you do some of the calculations that I'm asking you to do. So that's what you'll find in these booklets as well. And then again, the rest are the same, kind of the same way. What you've got are same structure, video description, objectives, a booklet, assignments, discussion forum. That's the basic structure here that you'll find on all of these. So that's week 1. And so going over here to the left, you can see this goes down. And a lot of this is still under construction right now at the time that I'm recording this. So I'm hoping that by the first week, by the beginning of the first week of class, I had the vast majority of this completed. So you'll be able to look through every single one. But then there's week 2. You'll see there's 2 modules in week 2. I've got 3 modules in week 3. Typically, each of the modules deals with a chapter in your textbook. Um, we're certainly not covering all the chapters in the textbook, nor are we covering everything in the chapters that we are looking at in the textbook. The modules go through the most important things, and the videos go through the most important things that are necessary to work through some of the problems, etc. So we've got 3 modules in week 3, 3 modules in week 4, and then week 5 we're winding down at that point with only 1 module, and that's going to be catch-up time. The only thing that's going to be added to these modules moving forward that's not presently there is that I'm going to be starting to add, in addition to the assignments, typical assignments like the discussion forum assignments or the group problem assignments, they're going to be Labster simulations I'm going to have you run through. When you run through the Labster simulation, it estimates roughly how long it's going to take you to do that, and you can actually stop a Labster simulation whenever and pick up right up where you left off, depending on your time. Again, we'll be talking more about this when we get Labster set up during that first and early part of the second week of class. But again, if you've got questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's my thing. Always ask questions. And really, if there's anything I want you to get out of the course, it's to learn to ask questions. So ask them if you've got them. See you later.